Hello, my name's Mark Thomas. I work for the RSPB and I'm one of the authors on a paper published today in the journal British Birds. The paper looks at the issue of bird of prey persecution in the Peak District National Park. The Peak District between Sheffield and Manchester is one of the most visited national parks in the UK and is highly protected. The northern dark peak is made up of heather moorlands, with driven grouse shooting being a major land use. The southern white peak has virtually no driven grouse moors and is more gentle with woodland and dales. We have looked at the location of all confirmed incidents of persecution, that is the shooting, trapping, poisoning and nest destruction of birds of prey, owls and ravens within the national park between 2000 and 2016. There is a real difference in the data between the dark peak and the white peak. Significantly, we have found a strong statistical association with incidents and the location of moorland burning in the form of driven grouse moors. The data fully supports the notion that the dark peak is a hotbed of persecution. I'm stood here in the heart of the dark peak, in the very area that the paper identifies as the worst in the entire park for persecution. Really, birds of prey are very noticeable by the absence stood at this location. Like many people, when I first started birdwatching, this was the place to go to see goshawks. In fact, I saw my very first one just here. It's a crying shame that these birds have been persecuted to the point of local extinction. I'm now stood in the white peak, and what a joy it is. We've just been watching a pair of peregrines. There's over 20 pairs nesting in the white peak. It's a real conservation success story. And in the distance here, you can see a wood which I know holds goshawks, and that's another species doing really well in this region. So why is this? Well, put simply, this part of the national park is free of driven grouse shooting and the associated persecution that our paper has identified. So what can we do? The authorities seem virtually powerless at resolving this situation, and after several failed initiatives, the only solution here is greater regulation of driven grouse shooting. Licensing needs to happen, and soon. If persecution is found to be happening on an estate, this estate could lose its licence to shoot for a period of time. Everybody should be able to enjoy birds of prey throughout this national park.